Hi, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR with special guest Greg.
Hello.
You.
I waited that time.
I know. I tried to stall to trick you.
I waited for the introduction.
So this morning, Greg said, I thought maybe I'd talk about fireplaces. And I have an idea of why he wants to talk about that, but I was trying to think of a prop for it, and the only thing I could come up with in my house is this crackle flame.
This manufactured fire log.
Yeah, fire log.
Which are actually very nice.
Oh, I like this one because it's a crackle, and what that means is it actually makes like little sparks. I don't know, like a crackle sound.
Crackle sound.
And so it sounds like a real fire in your fireplace, and you just light it and it burns like for 3 hours, which is just about an NFL football game. So it's kind of perfect for them.
They're very nice. They burn very clean, and they're very easy to light. And there's no fuss.
You just
because
it's
not like a wood fire where you have to constantly be.
It's kind of loud. Sorry.
Yeah.
You just pop this part up and you light it here and here, and then it just burns.
It is kind of loud.
Is it?
Loud crackle.
I was going to make fun of you, but I decided not to. All right, anyway, so what did you have in mind to talk about?
Well, we just had our fireplace worked on.
Yes, we did. Hold on, let me just move this out
Because we live in a 70-year-old house,
here.
and our fireplace was 70 years old.
Yeah.
It was not completely falling apart, which is good, but it definitely needed some work and some maintenance and some updating.
Well, our house, there is this scent when you walk in the door. Since we first toured the house, it's always had this, like, I don't know what it is. It's sort of just a little smell. And the kids all say they like it, but I notice it every time I walk in. I'm like, what is that? So I had it in my head that it could be the soot on the fireplace.
Possible.
And also, our fire department will come around and do an inspection on your fireplace if you request it.
For free.
So I thought, well, we've never had that done. We should. And we do burn quite a few fires in the winter time. So we had the firemen people. They were actually firemen, I guess. What do they call them?
Firefighters.
Fighters, sorry. Well, they didn't have to fight anything except our cat hair.
A huge fire truck pulls up in front of the
Yes.
house.
All the neighbors
All
like,
the
what's
neighbors
going on?
are going, I'm just getting my fireplace checked.
Yeah.
Nothing to see
and
here.
like 4 guys come out of
I'm
it
like,
with
do they
equipment.
really need to bring the full hook and ladder?
Yeah. But anyway, so they stick a camera up there and look around.
And they just look.
They just look. They
Yeah,
just do it.
visual.
Oh, they didn't do a camera?
They didn't do a camera.
Oh, they just looked up. Well, what we have in our house actually is we have a... All right. Hold on. There's our house, kind of. And we have a fireplace that is in the living room, but then also in the basement. So they looked in both of those. And
We have 2 fireplaces, right?
that's what I'm
Yep.
saying. And we've only ever used this one in the
Main floor.
main floor. We've never used a basement. But sometimes when we have a fire in the main floor, I'll go in the basement and smell smoke. Which, I don't know if that's, I don't know. So anyway, I was like,
Well, we can talk about that. That problem was fixed.
okay. Yeah. Well, so the fire guys came in and they looked around and they said, you got trouble in this fireplace. It's not looking great.
Right. So we had a actual
So they gave
chimney
us some
guy.
names of people, and we called
Actual chimney inspector came out. Nice guy came out and inspected our fireplace.
Yeah.
They stuck a camera up inside.
And from there, really, Greg dealt with that. I didn't really. So,
Yeah.
tell me everything.
So what we have here is, like this is your firebox. And this is where you have your fire.
Yes, it is.
You have a damper here. You open and close. It's called a throat damper. And you have...
There are jokes to be made here, but I'm refraining.
This is called the smoke chamber.
Okay.
And it's shaped like a big funnel. So it funnels the smoke out.
Well, sometimes you see like 1950s houses where they have a brass thing that looks like this.
Yeah.
But ours is covered by the wall.
The wall and the mantle and stuff.
Okay.
And then you have a flue, which goes all the way up to the top.
Which is what, your chimney? That's what a flue is?
Yeah, inside well, I guess the chimney would be the whole thing. Like outside, you've got this huge, we have a pretty big brick chimney that goes up.
Yeah. It's not that big.
Well, I get it. Okay. Let me say, this is not drawn to scale.
No.
So this is a house built in 1955. So you have a few things going on here. First off, the flue is made out of terracotta tiles, or they're like 2 feet long.
Oh, okay.
They're like 2 feet long, terracotta.
Okay.
And they have mortar in between them, which is a high heat refractory mortar, which is designed for fireplaces.
Okay.
And we had gaps in here, so the mortar was falling out.
Oh, it was hot. Well, wouldn't we have seen it in the fireplace?
Now it happens slowly over 70 years.
Oh, I see. So it's so maybe okay.
So
it's not like chunks come falling down.
No, 70 years old, through multiple heating and cooling.
Well, and probably that fat ass elf that comes down once a year.
Santa.
Yes.
So you got the heating and cooling, which makes the things expand and contract over time. Mm-hmm. You have moisture. Mm-hmm. We did not have when we moved in, we did not have a cover over the top of the chimney. So you'd have rain coming in and moisture.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
So then that gets in there. And then you have your freeze thaw cycles, which, when water gets in here and it freezes.
You think, isn't this within the house though?
It's inside the chimney.
But you think it freezes? It gets that cold?
Up near the top it would.
Okay.
Did you know that water expands by 9% when it freezes?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
But I believe it because I've had Coke, cans explode in the freezer.
Yeah. Also, when wood fires burn, they put off they have acidic compounds in there. Mm-hmm. And when they mix with moisture, it makes it very acidic.
Are we talking creosote?
Well, not yet.
Oh.
But
shoot.
I
thought I was smart.
It's acids from combustion materials and stuff like that. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that mixes with moisture, and that also it sort of degrades the mortar in between.
Okay.
So then what you have also, you have an air gap here, a little air gap, and over here you've got the brickwork.
Okay.
So what you have then is you got smoke and hot gases coming up and then leaking out and going up this way.
Oh, so it's kind of going in the wall of your house?
It's supposed to stay in here.
Right.
You don't want the smoke.
But as the mortar has given way.
Well, these cracks are here.
I see.
So then you get this smoke and heat and gases go up in here. Okay. And then this goes through the bricks this way. Now, these bricks and mortar are not designed for these types of gases and heat because this is a different type of mortar.
Oh.
And then also down here where the flue meets the smoke chamber, there was like gaps here. So it would just basically go right up this way.
Oh, gosh. Well, and the way our chimney is, it seems to me like some houses, they're kind of on the outside of the house like that. Mm-hmm. That's a chimney. But ours is kind of inside.
Slightly inside.
So when it's doing this, it's actually going into the walls of the house.
And going into the brick, yeah.
Wow, okay.
The reason why I drew this so wide.
There's a cat here that just keeps.
The reason why I drew this so wide is, down in the basement there's actually the fireplace is right below this one.
Mm.
But the flue for the fireplace for the basement comes up.
It's a separate flue.
It comes up here.
They don't connect.
They don't connect.
Oh, okay.
So you've got two separate flues, one for the main floor and one for the basement.
Okay.
And then you've got two smaller flues over here.
What? What are those for?
One is for the gas hot water heater vent.
Oh.
The other one is a little bit larger, and this is for the HVAC system, like the gas heat, which would used to be vented through there. But they've done away with that, and it's now vented directly outside.
Who did?
When they replaced the HVAC system, not this previous time.
So why?
Before.
It wasn't effective.
It's just more efficient and easier to vent it straight out the wall in the basement.
So is this one capped or something like that?
Yeah, it's actually down in the basement, and it's capped off.
What about up here?
It's open.
Mm-hmm. Get animals in there.
So you can see here we got,
that's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot going on in there. That's, this is a 4-foot wide chimney.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like 18 inches deep or so.
Interesting. Okay.
And then when we moved in, so for the first 50 years, this thing didn't have a cover over it.
Right.
So you get rain coming down inside of these. Not good. Yeah. And at some point, a squirrel got down this one.
And this is to the basement?
This is to the basement.
Okay.
Because when the chimney guy came in and did the inspection, down here in this chimney, behind the damper, he found a mummified squirrel.
Oh, wait. So it was like while we lived, like wouldn't we have smelled that?
He'd been in there for years.
He could have been there before we moved here.
Years, yeah. He was in there for years.
We should have had a whole funeral for him.
But he was behind the damper. Really? He said he was mummified.
Oh, wow.
He'd been there for years. And whenever I opened and closed the damper down.
Why wasn't he skeletal?
I don't know. I didn't see it. He got rid of him, but he said he was mummified.
Okay.
But whenever I opened and closed this damper down there, I always felt something.
Gross.
I thought it was like leaves it felt like leaves, like something crunching against like leaves and stuff. It was a squirrel.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. R.I.P. Squirrely.
Yeah. So,
but shouldn't these have screens on them? Like there could be squirrels in here or bees. They should all be capped.
Well, after we moved in, I bought a stainless steel cap.
So you probably capped the squirrel stuck in here.
No. So it's pretty big. It covers the entire top. It's stainless steel, and it has a stainless steel mesh.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a mesh thing.
Yeah.
So this keeps out the rain. It keeps out squirrels and birds and bats and all kinds of animals.
Right. Bats, right.
So another thing here. So we had an old way of making chimneys was they do this thing with the brick. It's called corbelling.
Okay.
Corbelling is when you put bricks or stone on top of each other and make them go like this.
Oh.
It's kind of a stair step thing.
Yeah. Like a backwards stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's big chunks of mortar in here, and so this is what it looks like.
Okay.
That's what we had.
Yeah.
And what happens is this is a real rough surface. So when the smoke goes up, it hits this rough surface and starts doing all this wackadoodle stuff because it's not a good airflow.
Right. So does some of it come back out?
Well, it doesn't make good airflow.
Yeah, good.
So you want good airflow going up your chimney.
Right.
Because what can happen is if when the heat goes up and it starts to cool, that's when you get the creosote built up.
Yeah.
And that is like a black tar-like substance.
Yes.
that can form on the brick
Yeah.
and inside the flue. And over time it builds up.
You know, I think, I could be wrong. I think if you are a person who grills food like I do, and if you ever open your grill and these like almost like sheets of black stuff come off your grill,
Is it shiny?
it's shiny.
Yep.
That's what that is. And so every now and then I go with a little scraper and I scrape that off because you don't want that falling on your food or anything, you know.
Right.
But it can really build up if, you know, if you go like a couple of years and don't think about it, all of a sudden you'll see these like sheets of it. But that's what that is. But I would also think if the hot air is kind of getting stuck right here, you know, like it's not, the cold is what's pulling it up. You think you'd end up getting hotter and hotter and hotter in here. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, if the air stays hot and goes up the chimney quickly,
that's good.
then you don't get this buildup of creosote.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. As it builds.
It cools, right? So we didn't have a major problem with that.
Right. Okay.
But that's what can happen. And when that stuff builds up, and it's extremely flammable.
Oh, is it really?
Yes. And when it catches on fire, it burns really hot, like 2,000 degrees hot.
Really? I did. Why would that seems weird? Because it's already from a burned substance. You wouldn't think it would be.
I don't know. It's extremely flammable and very hot. So that's how chimney fires start.
Okay.
One of the major ways that chimney fires start, and like 60% of chimney fires start in this area here, in the smoke chamber.
Huh.
Then when you have this fire inside here, super hot fire, and you have any cracks, that heat radiates into the brick.
Oh, wow.
And then you have a wood frame house.
Outside your brick. And this brick isn't meant to handle it.
No, it's not. And this wood framing in your house, however it looks, can catch on fire.
Oh, my God.
And that's how chimney fires start.
Okay.
One interesting thing I read, I didn't know this. Wood, when you take wood and you heat it up, not hot enough to catch on fire, but if you heat it up repeatedly, it actually changes the chemical composition of the wood, and it lowers its ignition point.
Oh, so years of heat just being in here has made this more flammable.
It dries out the wood, and it lowers the temperature that wood will ignite.
Right, okay.
From repeated years and years.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
I did not know that.
So whatever temperature this would combust at, it's actually at a lower temperature if it's been heated up multiple times.
Okay. Dangerous.
Right. So, what did we have done? Well, the first thing they did was they knocked out all the old terracotta flue.
All this.
All these tiles here, these 2-foot long terracotta.
Knocked
them out.
All these ones all the way up?
Yep.
Really?
Knocked them out, took them all out.
Holy smokes. Okay.
Yep.
How do they get in there? They use a tool to do that?
They have like a ceramic busting tile tool. It's kind of like on a big drill motor. And it spins around, and they stick it down in the chimney, and it spins around, and it breaks up the terracotta tiles. Just breaks them up, and they fall down the chimney.
When they fall, why wouldn't they bust the, brick or not brick?
Well, he's got a big bucket down there that catches them all.
Oh. I should have watched that happen. I didn't. Interesting.
So then he replaces it with a stainless steel chimney liner.
Okay.
So looking down at the top of the chimney, the old tiles are sort of a rectangle, and he replaced it with a rectangle stainless steel liner. They do have round ones, but if you put a round one in there like this, you can see you've got less air space or less volume of air.
Yeah.
So if you can go with a rectangle one as opposed to a round one, that's what you want.
Right.
So it's a long, continuous stainless steel liner that goes in. And what's interesting about this thing, it's flexible.
Right.
It needs to be flexible because the chimney's not perfectly straight. So it kind of
Okay.
goes down and kind of snakes a little bit down there. So it's not perfectly straight. It's flexible. But it's very thick and very strong. Matter of fact, the extra piece that he cut off the top was in the driveway, and he was showing me how strong it was. He stood on top of it, and it would not crush. It supported his whole weight.
Wait, what? Is it like a...
Well, it's a
I
rectangle.
mean, why would you expect it to crush, I guess? Even if it were...
Well, if it's thin enough, if it's thin enough metal and you stand on it, it'll just crush it.
Okay.
But it's strong enough to support his whole weight. So it's
Like,
a very...
how thick is it?
It's thick stainless steel. It's pretty thick. It's,
Is it like a crushy snake situation, like a slinky kind of thing? When you say it's...
it is flexible in that way.
But
Like
not-
you can, it's designed to be flexible,
Okay.
but it's also very thick and sturdy.
Okay. Right.
I mean, it's long, it'll last forever.
Okay. Good. I hope so.
So then you have the old brick chimney. This is all brick here. And you still have this air gap. So what they do is they make this insulating mixture that they pour down in here. It's a very lightweight, sort of sand-like material.
Okay.
That's lightweight, and it has a lot of insulation qualities to it.
Okay.
So they pour that down there, and this, of course, is an irregular surface because of the bricks and stuff. But as this stuff flows down in here, it fills every nook and cranny, and so it fills this entire area on both sides. And it dries not like super hard, but real firm. And so that adds insulation, so that stops heat transfer going into your brick this way.
I see. Okay.
It also stabilizes the
Right.
liner to keep it from moving
Right.
as well.
It must not be too wonky going down, because otherwise you'd think this would stop and they wouldn't be able to, or they pushed it down.
It's
You know what
it's
I'm
kind of
saying?
it's kind of a liquid.
It's more liquid than cement.
It's kind of like the consistency of a thick cement.
Okay.
That when they pour it down there,
It just slides down.
it goes down to all the way down to the bottom and then fills up.
Okay. Oh.
You know, it goes down to the bottom, hits the bottom, and then it fills
Oh,
up
yeah,
as
yeah.
it goes up.
Even like it goes down this way and then goes.
No. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
So now you have a continuous stainless steel flue
Yeah.
that is insulated. You get that going.
Yeah.
And then the smoke chamber, which was this
Right.
corbel thing,
Yes. This part.
they do this thing called parging.
Okay.
Parging is like taking cement or mortar and smoothing over rough surfaces like walls, etc., stuff like that. So it's called
Okay.
parging.
Parging. Parging. I've
Yeah.
never heard that word.
Right.
Okay.
Parging. So they fill in all this with this material, and it's a special kind of mortar. It's a very high heat refractory mortar,
Okay.
and they make this smooth. And both sides, they make it smooth, a smooth transition into the stainless steel.
Okay.
So when you look up in there before, it was all rough brick and mortar and
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
And now it's this sort of
Smooth.
smooth.
I'll have to look up there.
So now the smoke has an easy path
Right.
to go up,
Okay.
which improves draft.
Okay.
It also adds insulation as well. So it also prevents heat transfer into the brick.
Right.
So you want your smoke, your hot gases, any sparks, any flames.
Right.
You want them completely contained inside this smoke chamber and completely contained going up the chimney all the way to the top.
Right.
You don't want anything leaking out.
So you mentioned, I said that sometimes when I'm in the basement, I smell some smoke.
Yep.
And you said that's been taken care of.
Yep.
Did they just close off the other chimney?
I'll show you what they did here.
First of all, let's just say we could have gotten this chimney repaired also.
We could have, but
we never used it, and we don't really have a plan to use it.
It's in the basement. It's a finished basement, but we've never used it.
Yeah.
We probably will never use it. So we couldn't justify the cost of having it fixed.
Yeah.
You don't use it. So anyway, this flue goes all the way down to the basement, and just like this one, it has a throat damper, which is not airtight. So what would happen is, here's your cover up here.
Yeah.
When the smoke would come out up here, this is a cold flue over here,
Right.
so the smoke would get drawn down.
Do you think that was because of the cover?
Partially because of the
It
cover.
was holding the smoke.
The smoke comes up and kind of billows around in here, and then this is a cold draft, and it pulls the smoke back down.
Mm-hmm.
The damper at the bottom is not airtight, and smoke would leak into the basement.
Right.
So what they did was they put a top damper up on there.
Oh, okay.
So at the top, you've got this. Here's the top of the flue. It's made out of aluminum. It's got like a high heat gasket here, and it has a top like this. It looks like that when it's open.
Oh.
And then when it closes, it looks like that.
So you close it from below?
So it has
Obviously, you don't have to climb through.
It has a stainless steel cable that goes from here all the way down inside the side of the chimney, or inside the fireplace.
Right. Just like your other one.
It's a pull thing, right?
Okay.
Now, when you release it, it has a spring mechanism,
It pops.
and it just pops open.
Do you want to leave it open for airflow or something most of the time?
The
or
chimney
you can
guy
keep it
told
closed?
me, he said during the summertime, when you're not using your chimneys, you should leave it open.
Oh, okay.
Because it's airtight, and any moisture that gets inside of your chimney,
Would just stay
you
in there.
you want the moisture to go out. So if
Okay.
you keep it closed, it's a potential to have moisture
I see.
trapped inside of there, and you don't want that
So
during
you
the
have to
summertime.
remember when you're going to have a fire to run down and
Close that off for the
Okay.
winter time.
All right.
And also when you close it out during the winter time, it keeps cold air.
Oh, you close it the whole winter. Okay.
You close for the whole winter. It keeps cold air out.
We'll have to put a note on our calendar.
So it's a little cable that's down there. So you reach inside this fireplace and you pull the cable, and you can feel it, and it'll close it. And that basically seals the top of this completely. So no smoke is even going to enter the top.
Right.
That takes care of
Well,
that.
does any smoke come down the other ones? Should we have those?
No, I they're smaller, and I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, if you'd smell that in the laundry room, I guess, but
Well, I don't know. So I just had no idea that at our chimney there are 4. I had no idea. This is news to me.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting. All right.
What else?
So how soon can we have a fire?
I mean, well, it's kind of warm outside right now, but anytime. So the top of the chimney
Yeah.
looks like you have this brick, and it's corbelled at the top too. You have a layer like this of brick, and another layer that sticks out like this.
That's what you can see from the street.
And then you've got another layer up here, and then you have these. So these are bricks. Yeah, this is from outside. This is what it looks like from outside. This is done for 2 reasons. It's a decorative thing. You see a lot of chimneys that have this sort of decorative, where the brick kind of comes out. It's also functional. it keeps rainwater kind of from running down the side of the chimney here. It drips off of here.
Right.
And then you have your flues up here. And it's what's called a crown. So a crown is the top of the chimney, which is, they put some sort of a, mortar. And it's curved like this. It's a crown. Mm-hmm. So when it rains, the rain flows up.
I see.
He also, on this Corbelled brick here, he added mortar right here to shed water off.
Oh.
So the water sheds off, and then it just drips off of this brick.
Right. Huh.
But because we have a stainless steel top that basically covers the whole thing, you just have water dripping off of the top down here. Uh-huh. You want to keep as much water and moisture out of these bricks.
Right. Well, our son just bought a house, and the inspector said he needed to have the chimney top looked at and maybe repointed.
Repointing is when we had some of that done too, because what happens over time is these mortar joints here get moisture in there, and the freeze-thaw cycle kind of breaks up. So you get mortar that's missing.
Which is why you want to keep water off of it.
Right.
Right.
So repointing is when they take out the loose mortar in between the bricks and they replace it.
Right.
So
do they take the bricks actually off and replace them?
No.
Or they just scrape the mortar? Okay.
Here's a brick. Here's a brick that's filled with mortar in the middle.
Yeah. They just chip it.
If it's loose, they just chip it out and then they just put it back in.
Okay.
So it's called repointing. So the top 2 layers needed repointing. So they did that.
Well, what's crazy is we have a very tall roof line, and I will sometimes, this isn't an accurate photo, not a photo, that's not a photo, news alert.
Talking about the roof line? I can.
Well, I was going to show how, like, the way our house is built.
Okay, this is a rough drawing, but we live in a Cape Cod house, and from the side, it looks like this, and we have what's called a shed dormer, which looks like that, and the chimney is actually like here. So the roof line is here, and then here. And then this is a walkout basement, so it's 2 stories up.
No, it's 3.
Oh, this is the upper level.
That's what I was saying. Like, this is, you're doing the front. This is the back. Yeah. See, I thought you weren't making it tall enough.
Okay, you're right. Here's the backyard.
As always.
There's the basement. There's the main floor. There's the upstairs.
Right.
There's the roof line for that. And then the ground levels in the front is here.
Because it's a hill. Correct. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now do that shed dormer.
Oh my gosh. Oop. This is the shed. Oh, I drew this.
This is the shed dormer right here.
This is the shed dormer. This floor right here.
Wrong. What?
Basement, main floor, upper floor has the shed dormer.
So it doesn't. Okay. All right.
I drew that wrong.
And then there's a hill. That's why our front door.
I know where you're going with this.
Where I'm going
this is a long way up.
Well, no, there's a window. There's a big window here. So I put a ladder here, and I always climb up and I clean this window. Now, one time, it's a mostly brick house, but the top floor is wood siding. And so one time, we were looking at getting the house painted. It was so expensive. So I said, I'm doing it myself. So I put the ladder all the way up here to paint. And I had to scrape the old paint first. And this was so far up. How many feet up is that? Look at my ladder. So perfect. And I realized I was so petrified, scared. Like, I can't do it. And Greg's got a little fear of heights, so he can't do it. So we ended up hiring somebody to do the back. But even this window is high. But these guys didn't bring in like a...
Here, I drew it.
They didn't bring in a, what do you call it? A scaffolding or anything. They just had one ladder, and they would carry buckets full of dirt for mortar and stuff up the ladder, hanging, like with one in each hand. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
So here's the side, looking at the side of the house.
Yeah.
Here's the basement.
Yeah.
It's a walkout basement. Here's the main floor. Here's the front door, because the ground level's up here, because on the side of the house, the ground level goes down like this.
Yeah.
So your basement, your main floor, and then here's the upstairs, and it's a Cape Cod. So
then you did it right the first time. Look.
No.
Same drawing.
Oh, right. So then here's the shed dormer here.
I see. So our rooms are here. They
Right.
just have a slightly... Is that?
Yeah, the roof line's a little. The ceiling is slanted.
Okay, that's what, okay.
So he puts the ladder from here all the way up to here,
Oh my God!
and this
It's
is like
crazy.
3 floors, and they're walking up and carrying like two buckets
and
of
it's
stuff.
just like one of those flimsy looking aluminum. It's not like a really superior ladder.
It's a big aluminum extension
it's
ladder,
fine.
right?
It's
right.
fine, but it's still like, oh my God,
And I know what you were saying is that
they're not afraid.
this like living room window here, we've taken the ladder and gone up to here,
Yeah,
and you've got up to this point,
and I'm hanging on like for dear
to
life.
clean the window.
Yeah,
So to go up to here would be over twice as high,
no, I would never.
more than twice.
And I have to have you like standing here holding the ladder, or I start to cry. I'm like, the ladder's gonna fall, and you're always like, no, it's not. It's good. Anyway,
Well, I just
yes.
maybe I already mentioned this, but by keeping all the heat and gases all contained in here, it keeps this hotter, which causes a better updraft, which means you've got a better fire, because you got keeps all the smoke and the carbon monoxide or whatever all going up here.
Yeah.
And so you want that to stay hot inside.
So when you were talking to this guy or learning about this, you always tell me to crack, even in the coldest winter, to crack one of the windows in the room where we have the fire to keep the flow. Is that true, or is that just something you made up in your head?
I didn't make it up. Well, we didn't really necessarily need it, and we definitely don't need it now.
Oh,
Because we have an older house and it's not very airtight. So we have a lot of leaks around the house,
for sure.
around windows and doors and other places. You've got small gaps. So the fireplace is pulling air in through all these gaps.
I see.
So it's fine. But if
But
you
if
have
you
a
have a
if
airtight-
you have a house a little more airtight, that air going up the chimney is got to draw from somewhere. So by having a nearby window cracked, that helps with the.
I think it would make the room cold.
Well, once the air inside of the flue heats up,
Yeah.
you get a good draft going. I will say this though about fireplaces: they're not efficient at all.
Right. Yeah.
It's
They're not like for heat unless
No,
you have a wood burning.
unless you have like a wood burning stove that's
Yeah.
that's specifically designed to heat your room or to heat your house.
Yeah.
This is not to heat your house, because I would say 90% of the heat goes right up the chimney.
Right.
So you're not using this to heat the room.
Right.
You're using it for ambiance
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and mood and
Yeah.
for enjoyment. Because during the winter months when it's cold out and this heat's going up here, it is drawing cold air inside all your little cracks around your windows
Right. Right.
and
Right.
doors. It's
So
bringing
really,
in,
it's pulling.
bringing a
some
little,
away.
but it's not
Not much.
it's not a lot. I mean, if you compared your gas heating bill to if you use your fireplace or not, I don't know. You could,
So do you think we'll continue to use these instead of, because I have a whole bunch of real wood and I did get rid of the fire pit because it had rust in it. It's dry wood.
I would probably mostly use these.
Yeah.
They're just easy. They're convenient. You know that if you light it at 8 o'clock, by 11 o'clock it's going to be done.
It
You never
burns
have
cleaner than wood.
It burns cleaner.
So it says.
You never have to mess with it because if you have a real wood fire,
Yeah, but I like to mess with
you're
it.
constantly having to.
That's my favorite part.
And
Sometimes.
then logs, when logs burn down, they break apart, and that's
Yeah.
when you get like embers falling out of your fireplace and sparks coming
That's
out.
true. That is true.
You know, these things don't ever do that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is like on Christmas morning, we always light one, and football games. It's always nice.
You light it, you never think about it, right?
You don't have to worry about it.
So, this whole thing was not cheap.
No.
It's not cheap.
No.
But there's a few things about it. You know, once this is done, it's just like a one and done thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like
This looks like.
you'll never have to. Well, we'll never have to mess with it again. Now, sometime in the future, will somebody need to do some more repair work up at the top, some more repointing or something like that? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe in like 30, 40, 50 years, maybe.
Yeah. But for the
we'll-
rest of our lifetime.
We'll never have to mess with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we debated, like, do we just not have fires anymore because it's kind of dangerous? But
I mean, what point?
we
What
really
fun
like
would
having
that be?
fires. And then when you sell the house, you want it to be a working fireplace. Not that we're selling the house anytime.
I mean, you'd like to not be. It's such a nice living room with a nice fireplace, and to not be able to use it
No.
all winter long, that would really stink.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer. But we did not spend the money to get the basement one going. Although you could someday if you wanted to. So
You could.
the options
I
there.
mean, you could if somebody wanted to.
But
But you know, you really could we have continued using the fireplace and never had a problem? I mean, theoretically you
yeah,
could, but do you want to like risk it?
I know.
Having a fire, or and also, you know, knowing the fact that if it's not a contained unit and you've got smoke and
Yeah.
heat stuff leaking out of your flue into your surrounding brick chimney, which it's not supposed to.
Sure.
Over time, that can cause problems.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got to get it fixed if you want to use it. And also, the top of the chimney is exposed to weather, so getting that repointed and getting the crown redone and all that done, it just protects it.
You know, when you own a house, sometimes you gotta spend money on it. That's the realities.
I mean, this was not a cheap project, but I'm completely happy with getting it done.
Well, we really like the guy who did it too. He did a good job.
Oh yeah, he was a really nice guy, and he explained everything to me as he was working. So that was nice.
And his wife just had a baby, so
Yeah.
you know, support your local chimney sweep. I was gonna say something right before that. Oh, I know. When the firefighters came to the house, the one guy was chatting me up, and he said that he does not allow candles at his house at all. And I told him that I don't use them, except that sometimes I'll put them inside the fireplace if I want one lit, or on the stovetop. And he's like, yeah, I don't allow them. They're not allowed in my house. He said that's how most fires start.
Well, being a firefighter, yeah.
I know. I was like, but he did say, he said, yeah, inside the chimney is probably okay. I'm like, well, it should be. It's one little flame.
I mean, this whole thing is designed for fires.
Right. Like even if the candle broke in the wax and it should be fine.
You know, inside your fire box where your actual fire is,
Yeah.
it's surrounded by not just normal brick. It's called fire brick,
Yeah.
which are specifically bricks that are for high fire,
Right.
like you'd find in ovens, you know, like the pizza
Yeah.
ovens and
You know,
outdoor fireplaces and outdoor,
oh yeah.
you know, it's a special type of brick
Kiln.
and special type of mortar that's used inside the firebox, which the rest of your chimney is not designed for high heat.
I wonder about the house I grew up in. We used to have fires all the time at that house, and it was built in 1928.
Probably never had the chimney
Well,
checked.
you know what, though? We lived there in the 70s and 80s, so it was really the same as how far we are from when our house was built. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it wasn't that old. I mean, it was old. But yeah, I don't recall having the chimney checked. I don't know. Maybe they built them better in the 20s. I don't know. Anyway,
But
I think we've probably
that's
definitely put people to sleep with this one.
fall asleep to a
I'm almost asleep.
crackling fire.
Oh, we really missed a trick there. We could have had a fire crackling in the back. That would have been good. I actually have a candle that goes click, click, click. It makes like a crackle noise.
Going back to, I would probably use the manufactured logs most of the time.
Yeah.
But on rare occasions, if you do want to have a wood fire, it's perfectly safe too, because it's all brand new inside.
Yeah.
But you got to use really seasoned firewood that's completely dry.
Right.
If you use stuff from out in the backyard that's still wet,
Yeah, but I have.
it smokes
no.
a lot, and it's
I have cut some and put it into that, wood holder thing, and it's been drying for years. That is seasoned wood,
yeah,
I think. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, should be. Anyway. Yeah, but just fresh wood. No. That'll smoke.
Yeah,
Especially green wood. Oh my god.
it'll smoke a lot.
Don't
Right?
put that in your fire.
I was gonna say something else.
Oh, sorry.
No, I forgot.
This is made in the USA. So it says. All right. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. Super interesting. No, really. I'm not being sarcastic.
Well, having this work done now, if you do have a real wood fire in there, you don't have to worry about,
Right. The heat.
is this, is my chimney safe? Is it,
Yeah.
blah.
We probably could have burnt these forever because they don't get that hot.
You
It
probably
probably
could.
would have been fun.
You could. But you know what I always say? You could drive around your car all day long without your seatbelt on,
Yeah,
and you may never have an accident.
you do say that.
And then that one day,
That's why it's an accident. You don't plan on it.
you could burn these in your old fireplace forever and not have a problem. And then all of a sudden one day,
I do remember one time one of these burned way longer than 3 hours. And I forget it was you or me, but we used the tool to kind of smash it up to try to get it to burn because we were going to bed.
but you're not really supposed to.
And
but
it went,
a lot of
like-
smoke.
well, no, it got like a really hot flame on it. It just went like kind of blew up a little bit.
That's because as it burns down, inside of the log, there's still stuff that hasn't burned yet.
Yeah.
So when you kind of break it up at the end, that stuff then sort of ignites.
But I mean, it really.
Well, with a chimney that has a better updraft,
Right, it'll
these
burn
things
faster.
will burn faster.
That's true. Well, I don't know if I want that. These aren't cheap though anymore. They've gotten expensive.
When we're talking about burning faster or slower
Yeah.
over a 3-hour period, we're talking like maybe, I'm just totally guessing here, 5 or 10 minutes
Yeah.
difference or something like that,
Well, you used to be able to buy a box of these, and they would have like 8 for like $20. But now they're so expensive.
There's another brand.
Yeah, but I only like the Crackle one.
There's another one that's a Crackle.
Buy a different bag.
Yeah, I think
I'll
there's
have to look.
there's
'Cause
another brand.
I swear they went up in price so much that I was like, nope, we can only have a fire 3 times this year. Too expensive. Anyway, all right. Well,
That's it. That's all I got.
good job. Thank you for your service.
Alrighty.
Okay, I don't know when I'll get to post this video though. Might be a while. Well, actually, it's better if it goes towards fall, I guess.
Sure.
All right.